Hi guys, welcome back. So we've got a squad for Australia. It seems like a long time coming, and the big news is Billy Vunipola is in with Dombrant out, Simmons needing an operation. It kind of makes sense. Sure, he's not ever going to be the quickest, but he's got good experience. He's a big ball carrier, he's got loads of match fitness, and he's been very consistent for Saracens, so I think that's fair enough. Although in that press conference, when someone asked him if Billy was an option, he got a bit of swift rebuke that he wasn't available through concussion, but it looks like it's all changed. Anyway, Tuolangi's another guy who's going to be sorely missed. There are some injured players out, but it's a decent enough squad, but certainly up in the air whether it's good enough to beat Australia. It really is going to come down to can they get this new system nailed. But good news, hooker-wise, Eddie Jones has his two main men back in Cowan Dickey and Jamie George. That is great. Jack Walker making the third choice, and he looks pretty good, very athletic, good carrier, and I like his set piece for Harlequin, so that's worth a go. But Blamire, McGuigan, they must have been close. At loosehead, it looks pretty strong. Ellis Genge is on fire this season at his best. Mako's had a good season, still goes through a mountain of ball carrying, and young Bevan Rod's there. Didn't have a great outing versus the Barbars, but he is still young. But a probably relatively weak area is tight head. Stewart looks like the main man. He's a big lump, as is Joe Hayes. Schickling's probably a little lucky to be in there. Didn't look great against the Barbars. So are any of them world class? I'm not so sure. Australia may see that as an area to go after. Second row, I like it that Chesham is in. Even though he's very young, he's going to get better. He's an outstanding line-out forward. He works super hard. He's been a cornerstone of Leicester's pack already at his young age. How much game time he gets, I'm not sure. Hopefully he'll get on the bench at least at some point. Yules, he's a go-to man for Eddie Jones. He trusts him. A lot of you guys are not sure what he sees in him, but England don't have a lot of second rows, and he's got a lot of caps. What's useful is Johnny Hill is back. He's going to get better as he gets fitter. He was looking a little bit lumbery possibly for against the Barbarians, but as a number 5, a big guy to do that grunt work is going to be useful. Nick Ezekwe, his season's been up and down, but he's got the talent, finished strong in the Premiership. And the star man there is, of course, Maro Itoje, who is a class act for England, is going to start, of course. Into the back row, Tom Curry is there. He's still outstanding. Is he going to get moved around a bit? That's the question I put to him in the press conference, and I think maybe he will. Courtney Lawes is probably going to be a back row who can cover second row, although he's probably England's second best second row. I don't think he likes playing there, but let's see how he's used. But he's a different animal. You know, he's got amazing athletic ability. Lewis Ludlam, great to see him in. He's been fantastic all year, plus he can play number 8, which is going to be useful with Dombrant out. Underhill's a bit more specialist, an out-and-out 7, but still outstanding, especially defensively, very quick. Billy, like we mentioned, and Jack Willis, I'm glad is in, because in our one-on-one interview after the Barbars match, I did say I think he was going to be in. So he is, that's great. He's hard as nails, just the sort of player you want on a tough tour. But certainly Ben Earl must have been close. Barbary is a guy we wanted to see. Ted Hill's got to be disappointed. Halfbacks, Danny Kerr, Randall, Portfleet. Well, Van Portfleet, I should say. Danny Kerr is in as the senior scrum half. I think Youngs is being rested, they say. Danny Kerr suits the style of play. He's got that experience, and I think Eddie Jones likes an experienced guy alongside 2 youngsters. Randall Van Portfleet's going to be interesting. Randall's probably got the nod in the pecking order because he's played a bit, but I think Van Portfleet could surprise you. He's got the all-round skill set. I think he could be great, and that's why I've been banging on about him for ages now, but Alex Mitchell's got to be absolutely gutted. Now, how many fly halves has he selected? I don't know. Is it 2? Is it 1? Is it 3? Farrell's in there. Is he going to play 12? Is he going to play 10? Is it going to be both? Is he going to be captain? Not too sure, but with George Ford out, it's certainly more likely he'll play some 10. Marcus Smith, he's the main man. He's going to make England's attack tick, and he looks ready to become the global superstar. He's already starting to become. Probably needs to improve that goal kicking a bit, but you've got to love watching him play. In the utility option, I've put Furbank and Noel because I think they can cover all sorts of positions. He loves Furbank, who can play 10 and back 3. Is he world class at any of them? I'm not so sure. Noel at times can look fantastic against the Barbars when he works in tight in and around the ruck, in and around the 9 and 10. Can be absolutely brilliant. Can cover 13 and the back 3, so he could be useful, but I'm still think he could get caught out for pace at times. Close must have been Daly and Malins, but I think it's the right call. I'm not quite sure they're there. I'm not quite sure Malins has the pace. Daly, sometimes he looks great, sometimes he looks a bit vulnerable. Centre-wise, then, I see 4 centres, one of them being this apprentice player, so I'm not sure Will Joseph is going to play much. Dingwall could definitely get some game time. Like I said before, he'll never let anyone down. He's super versatile, 12 or 13, great defender. Does he quite have enough speed and power in attack? I don't know, but maybe we'll see. Marchant, well, he is the man at 13, I think. He needs someone to play off, though, and could that be Guy Porter? Uncapped, 25 years old, he's a good age, he's fairly big, mainly known as a back 3, but he's played a lot of 12 for Leicester, a lot of centre for Leicester, and looked great, so it's worth a go. England need centres. And finally, back 3, Henry Arundel is in, although he's there as an apprentice player, which is a bit disappointing if he's not going to play, but hopefully he does get to play because he's an absolute, wonder kid. He's got amazing pace. Big Joe Thokanasiga, many people not sure about him, but certainly against the Barbars he showed his worth. Very powerful, especially when they bring him in off his wing. If he can get his fitness and injuries right, he can be very dangerous for sure. A guy who I think looks pure class, similar to Freddie Stewart, is Tommy Freeman. All the skills, like him a lot, pretty versatile as well. Stewart's there, he's got a lot of hype because he is that good under the high ball positioning wise, and I think he's improving his attacking. So happy with that. Johnny May looks solid, looks quick-ish, but he's just not quite as quick as he was. So you're getting a good player, but just not quite the best version. So we'll see. And Hassel-Collins had to be close. Radwan a bit unlucky as well. So anyway, let me know what you think of that squad. Is it good enough to beat Australia? I think it's up in the air. Anyone could win this tour, and that's why we're so excited about it. Let me know what you think about this squad. Should anyone else be in? Pop the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.